Let's get real for a minute. Most people spend their lives working hard, earning money, paying bills, and hoping, just hoping, that somehow they'll have enough to retire comfortably someday. But here's the harsh truth. Hope is not a strategy. You can't sit back and cross your fingers thinking everything will magically fall into place. If you don't have a plan for your money, someone else does. And let me tell you, their plan is not going to benefit you. If you're not actively growing your money, you're losing it. Inflation, rising costs, unexpected expenses, they're all chipping away at what you've worked so hard to earn. And here's the kicker. The longer you wait to take action, the harder it gets. That's why you need to stop putting off your financial future. It's time to get intentional. And one of the best ways to do that is by learning how to invest. And there's no better place to start than a workshop dedicated to teaching you exactly how to do it. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Investing, that's not for me. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough knowledge. I don't have enough time. Let me stop you right there. Investing isn't just for the wealthy, and it's not reserved for people with fancy degrees or stock market expertise. It's for anyone who wants to take control of their financial future. And yes, that includes you. Whether you're a college graduate trying to figure out what to do with your first paycheck, a parent saving for your kid's education, or someone in their 50s realizing it's time to catch up for retirement. It's never too early or too late to start, but you have to start. Doing nothing is the most dangerous move you can make, because let me tell you, the cost of waiting is far greater than the cost of learning. Imagine this. You've worked for 40 years and you've saved a little here and there, but it's not enough. You're staring at your retirement account and wondering how you're going to make it stretch for the next 20 or 30 years.
You realize you could have done more, saved more, invested smarter, but now it feels too late. That's the reality for far too many people, but it doesn't have to be yours. The truth is, the earlier you start investing, the easier it is to build wealth.
It's not about hitting home runs or gambling on risky stocks. It's about steady, consistent growth over time. And the good news, you don't have to figure it out on your own. A workshop can give you the tools, the strategies, and the confidence to start investing the right way, without fear, without confusion, and without the mistakes that keep so many people stuck. This isn't just about money. It's about freedom. It's about giving yourself the ability to retire with dignity, to take care of your family, to give generously, and to live the life you've always wanted. But none of that happens if you sit back and do nothing. You can't keep saying, I'll figure it out later, because later is going to show up faster than you think. The decisions you make today will determine the life you live tomorrow. So the question is, what kind of life do you want? One where you're stressed, struggling, and constantly worrying about money, or one where you're confident, secure, and in control? The choice is yours, but it starts with taking that first step. It starts with showing up, learning the basics, and committing to a plan. Look, you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to be willing to learn. That's what a workshop is for. It's your opportunity to stop guessing and start knowing. It's your chance to equip yourself with the knowledge and tools to create a financial future you can be proud of. So what are you waiting for? Your future self is counting on you to make the right decision today. Let's go. It's time to stop hoping and start taking control. You've got this. Let's talk about why attending an investment workshop might just be the smartest move you'll ever make. Now, I know what you're thinking. I don't need a workshop. I can Google everything I need to know. Sure, you can find information online, but let me ask you this. Has Googling ever given you the confidence to take action? Because here's the thing. Information is everywhere, but knowledge and guidance, that's what's missing. An investment workshop is more than just a place to learn. It's a place to get clarity, focus, and a plan you can trust. It's where the noise of confusing financial jargon gets stripped away and you're left with actionable steps you can take immediately. It's about learning the principles that work, the ones that have been tested and proven, and leaving with the confidence to finally take control of your money.
Here's why this matters so much. Investing isn't just about numbers and charts. It's about what those numbers represent. It's about what those numbers represent. It's about building something that lasts, something that works for you while you sleep, something that gives you options instead of limits.
And here's the truth. You can't afford to wing it when it comes to investing. The stakes are too high. You've worked too hard for your money to throw it into something you don't fully understand.
An investment workshop gives you the foundation you need to make smart, informed decisions. You'll learn how to identify opportunities, avoid scams, and create a strategy that aligns with your goals and your risk tolerance. You'll leave with the knowledge to start investing with confidence instead of fear.
But let's be clear, this isn't about getting rich quick. If that's what you're looking for, this workshop isn't for you. Because real investing isn't about gambling or chasing trends. It's about building wealth steadily and securely over time. It's about understanding the difference between speculation and strategy. It's about having a plan that works in the real world, not just on paper. At a workshop, you'll learn the principles of diversification, the importance of staying the course, and how to avoid the emotional mistakes that cause so many people to lose money. You'll also learn how to assess your current financial situation and set realistic goals. So you're not just investing blindly, you're investing with purpose. And here's the kicker. Attending a workshop doesn't just benefit you today. It benefits you for the rest of your life. The skills and knowledge you gain will help you make smarter decisions year after year, whether you're saving for retirement, buying a home, or funding your kids' education. You'll be equipped to handle market ups and downs with confidence because you'll know that your plan is built on solid principles, not guesswork. And the best part, you don't have to do it alone. At a workshop, you'll be surrounded by people who are on the same journey, people who are committed to learning and growing just like you. That sense of community, of shared purpose is invaluable. You'll leave inspired, motivated, and ready to take action. So let me ask you, how much longer are you going to put this off? How many more years are you going to let your money sit idle, losing value to inflation? How much more time are you going to waste worrying about the future instead of building it? The knowledge you gain from an investment workshop is an investment in yourself, one that pays dividends for a lifetime. Don't let fear, doubt, or procrastination hold you back. The longer you wait, the more opportunities you miss. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is today. So sign up, show up, and start learning. Your future self will thank you for it. Let's do this. Let's cut through the noise and get real about what you'll actually walk away with when you attend an investment workshop. This isn't just about learning a few buzzwords or skimming the surface of investing. This is about giving you the tools, the knowledge, and the confidence to build real lasting wealth. At this workshop, you're not just going to learn how to invest. You're going to learn how to invest smart. You'll start with the fundamentals because, let's be honest, without a strong foundation, the whole thing falls apart. You'll learn what investing really is and what it isn't. Spoiler alert, it's not day trading, gambling on crypto, or chasing the latest stock tip from your neighbor. Real investing is about building a strategy that works for you, one that aligns with your goals, your values, and your timeline. You'll dive into understanding the different types of investments: stocks, bonds, mutual funds, index funds, real estate, and more. And don't worry if those terms make your head spin right now. By the end of the workshop, you'll not only know what they mean, but you'll know how they fit into a diversified portfolio. Speaking of diversification, you're going to learn why it's one of the most powerful principles in investing. You'll discover how spreading your investments across different asset classes reduces your risk while giving your money the best chance to grow. It's not about putting all your eggs in one basket. It's about creating a balanced approach that stands the test of time. But that's not all. You're going to learn how to assess your risk tolerance because let's face it, investing isn't one size fits all. Some people can handle more risk, others need a safer path.
And that's okay. The workshop will help you understand your comfort level and show you how to build a portfolio that works for you. You'll also learn how to set clear, realistic goals for your investment.
Whether you're saving for retirement, a down payment on a house, or your kids' college education, this workshop will teach you how to align your investment strategy with what matters most to you. And let's talk about one of the most critical lessons you'll learn: how to stay calm in the face of market ups and downs. If there's one thing we know about the stock market, it's that it's unpredictable in the short term. But here's the truth. Volatility isn't something to fear. It's something to prepare for. This workshop will teach you how to focus on the long game, how to tune out the noise of daily market fluctuations, and how to avoid making emotional decisions that can derail your progress.
You'll learn how to stick to your plan no matter what's happening in the world, because real wealth is built over time, not overnight.
And let me tell you, this workshop isn't just for beginners. If you've been investing for a while but feel like you're not getting the results you want, you're going to learn how to take your strategy to the next level.
You'll uncover common mistakes even seasoned investors make and how to avoid them. You'll learn how to avoid them. You'll learn how to evaluate your current portfolio and make adjustments that align with your evolving goals.
And most importantly, you'll leave with a clear action plan. No more guessing, no more second guessing, just a step-by-step roadmap to financial growth. So what does all this mean for you?
It means you'll walk out of this workshop with more than just knowledge. You'll walk out with confidence to take control of your money, to invest wisely, and to create a future where you're not just surviving, but thriving.
You'll have the tools to stop living paycheck to paycheck, to stop
fearing the unknown, and to start building the life you've always dreamed of. This isn't just about learning. It's about transforming the way you think about money and empowering yourself to make choices that move you forward. So get ready, because this workshop is going to change the way you approach investing and your future. Let's go. Let me tell you about the kind of transformations that happen when people stop sitting on the sidelines and start learning how to take control of their money through investing. These aren't stories about Wall Street insiders or trust fund kids.
These are stories about everyday people. People just like you who made the choice to step up, learn, and take action. And what happened? Their lives changed forever.
Because when you learn how to invest, you're not just growing your money, you're growing your confidence, your options, and your ability to create the future you've always wanted. Take Carla, for example. Carla was a single mom working 2 jobs just to make ends meet. She thought investing was for rich people or finance experts, not for someone like her. But one day, she decided she was done struggling and signed up for an investment workshop. She showed up scared but determined, ready to soak in every piece of knowledge. She learned the basics, how to start small, how to choose investments that matched her goals, and how to focus on long-term growth instead of quick win. With just $50 a month, Carla started investing in an index fund.
At first, it felt like a drop in the bucket, but over time, she saw her money grow.
5 years later, Carla has built a solid emergency fund, paid off her credit card debt, and started saving for her son's college education. She told me, "I thought investing was out of reach for me, but now I see it's one of the best decisions I've ever made."
Then there's David and Lisa, a couple in their late 30s who had spent years living paycheck to paycheck despite earning good money. They had no idea where their money was going, and the thought of investing felt overwhelming. But after attending a workshop together, something clicked. They learned how to create a budget, free up extra cash, and invest it in a diversified portfolio. They started small, setting up automatic contributions to their retirement accounts and putting extra money into a brokerage account. Within 2 years, they not only built a $25,000 investment portfolio, but also strengthened their marriage. David told me before this, we used to fight about money all the time.
Now, we're working as a team toward the same goals. It's changed everything.
And let me tell you about Jim. Jim was 58 8 years old when he finally decided to get serious about investing. He'd spent most of his life avoiding anything to do with finances, convinced he'd never understand it. But with retirement looming and no savings to speak of, he knew he couldn't keep putting it off. So he swallowed his pride and signed up for a workshop. Jim learned how to calculate his net worth, how to set realistic goals, and how to prioritize catching up on his retirement savings. He started maxing out his 401k and put every spare dollar into low-cost mutual funds. Today, at 63, Jim has a six-figure retirement account and the peace of mind that comes with knowing he's prepared for the future. He told me, "I wish I'd started sooner, but I'm proof that it's never too late to take control." These stories aren't just inspiring. They're proof that learning how to invest works. It's not about being perfect or knowing everything from day one. It's about showing up, doing the work, and sticking with it. The people I've told you about didn't start out as experts. They started out scared, uncertain, and intimidated, just like you might be feeling right now. But they didn't let that stop them. They took the first step, and then another, and then another. And now they're winning. They're building wealth, achieving their goals, and creating lives they can be proud of. If they can do it, so can you. There's nothing special about them. They just made the decision to start. And that's all it takes. Your success story is waiting to be written, but it starts with you taking that first step. Don't let fear, doubt, or procrastination hold you back. The only difference between the people who succeed and the people who don't is the decision to take action. So what are you waiting for? Let's get started. You've got this. Let me hit you with a truth you might not want to hear. Not investing is one of the most dangerous decisions you can make. And yes, it is a decision. Choosing to sit on the sidelines, whether out of fear, procrastination, or just plain ignorance, has consequences that are far more costly than the time or effort it takes to learn how to invest. You might think, I'll figure it out later, or I don't have enough money to start. But let me tell you, later always shows up. And when it does, the price you pay for doing nothing will be staring you right in the face. Inflation will have eaten away at your savings. The years you could have been growing, your wealth will be gone, and you'll be left wondering how you're going to afford the retirement you've been dreaming of, or even just the basics of living. Here's the reality. Every year you wait to start investing, you're losing money, not in an obvious slap. You in the face way, but in a slow, steady erosion of what your dollars can do for you. Inflation doesn't take a break. Your purchasing power is shrinking every day, even if you don't notice it. Even if you don't notice it, the $100 you stashed under your mattress or in a low-interest savings account 10 years ago is worth far less today. Meanwhile, the person who started investing that same $100 a month in a simple index fund has been watching their money grow thanks to the power of compound interest. That's the beauty of investing. That's the beauty of investing. It works for you even when you're sleeping. But you can't reap those benefits if you never start. And the longer you wait, the harder it is to catch up. Now, maybe you're thinking, but investing is risky. You're right. It can be risky if you don't know what you're doing. That's why you learn. That's why you attend a workshop, read a book, or find a trusted mentor. You don't just throw your money at the first hot stock tip you hear. You take the time to understand the basics, to build a strategy, to invest wisely. Because here's the thing, not investing is also a risk. It's the risk of outliving your money. It's the risk of being unprepared for emergencies. It's the risk of working into your 70s or 80s because you can't afford to retire.
And let me tell you, that kind of risk is far scarier than the ups and downs of the stock market.
But it's not just about money. It's about freedom. When you choose not to invest, you're choosing a life where money controls you instead of the other way around. You're choosing a life where you're constantly stressed, wondering if you'll have enough to pay for your kids' college, cover an unexpected medical bill, or keep the lights on during retirement. That's the price of inaction. It's a life of limitations, of missed opportunities, of regret. And I don't want that for you. You deserve better. Your family deserves better. But the only way to change that future is to take action today. Let me paint you a picture of what happens when you do nothing. You're in your 50s, finally looking at your savings account and realizing it's nowhere near enough to retire.
You panic.
You try to scramble, save more, work harder, but it feels like too little, too late. Or maybe you're in your 30s thinking you've got plenty of time only to wake up one day and realize you've wasted a decade. Or worse, you're in your 70s still working a job you hate, watching others enjoy their golden years while you're stuck just trying to make ends meet. That's the reality for too many people who thought, I'll start later. Don't let that be your story.
But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to stay stuck. You don't have to let fear or doubt hold you back. You can make the choice today to start learning, to start investing, to start taking control of your financial future. It's not too late. The best time to start was yesterday, but the second best time is right now. So stop making excuses. Stop telling yourself you'll do it someday, because someday isn't a real day. It's a lie we tell ourselves to justify inaction. The real choice is here today in this moment. What are you going to do with it? Let's go. It's time to step up and start building the life you deserve. You've got this. This is it. This is your moment. You've heard the truth about why investing matters. You've seen the stories of people who've changed their lives, and now it's your turn. Let me tell you something. Nothing changes until you decide to change, until you decide to change.
It's easy to sit back and think, this sounds great, but I'll start later. But the truth is, later never comes. Life gets busy, bills pile up, distractions show up, and before you know it, years have slipped through your fingers. But not this time. Not today. Today, you're going to take action. Today, you're going to stop watching from the sidelines and step into the game. Because here's the thing.
The future you want, the life you've dreamed of, doesn't happen by accident. It happens because you make it happen.
Let me ask you something. What kind of life do you want 5, 10, or 20 years from now? Do you want to be stressed and worried about whether you'll have enough to retire,
Enough to send your kids to college, enough to take care of yourself in an emergency?
or do you want to feel confident, secure, and free? Free to enjoy your retirement, free to travel, free to give generously, free to live on your terms. The choices you make today will determine which of those futures you live. And that's why taking action now is so critical. Every day you wait is another day you lose. But every step you take now, no matter how small, is a step closer to the life you deserve. Here's the best part. You don't have to figure it all out on your own. You don't have to be an expert, and you don't have to have all the answers. That's what an investment workshop is for. It's your starting point, your roadmap, your guide to navigating the world of investing with confidence. At the workshop, you'll learn the principles that work, the strategies that build wealth, and the tools you need to create a plan that's right for you. You'll walk out equipped, empowered, and ready to take action. And let me tell you, that feeling of clarity, that sense of control is worth more than you can imagine. Because once you know what to do, you can stop spinning your wheels and start moving forward. And don't let fear hold you back. Maybe you're afraid of making a mistake or worry that it's too late. Let me tell you something. The only mistake is doing nothing, and it's never too late to start.
Whether you're 25 or 55, you have the power to change your trajectory. I've seen people in their 60s start investing and completely transform their financial future. I've seen young couples with mountains of debt start small and build portfolios that give them the freedom to retire early.
No matter where you are today, you can take that first step. And once you do, you'll look back and wonder why you waited so long. So here's my challenge to you. Don't let this moment pass you by. Don't keep telling yourself someday. Don't let fear, doubt, or excuses rob you of the future you deserve. Sign up for the workshop.
Show up. Commit to learning, growing, and taking action. You owe it to yourself, to your family, and to your future to give this everything you've got. Because the truth is, you're capable of more than you realize. You're stronger, smarter, and more determined than you think. And when you take that first step, when you start putting in the work, you'll see just how much you can accomplish.
Let's go. The future is waiting, and it's time for you to take control. No more waiting. No more wishing. No more what ifs. Today is the day you decide to change your life. You've got this, and I'm cheering you on every step of the way. Let's build the future you've always dreamed of, starting right now.